have returned from a short break, and now we are going to go and discover what on earth it is that made this game think it was necessary to give me both a healing station and a saving station. I'm more than slightly worried. What exactly am I expected to be going up against here? Hopefully more than just average, everyday soldiers. That's gonna be my hope. Because my goodness, that would be a bit of a letdown after such a large amount of build-up. I imagine I probably just straight up ended the video there, and this is a brand new one that's starting up right now, in which case, I don't know, hello and welcome back to Suikoden 2, I suppose. Doesn't really feel like a different recording session to me, so I didn't feel the necessities to do such a thing, but there you go. But travel through Green Hill. Travel through Green Hill. Green Hill Zone. And even more soldiermans. Why are there so many of you? I do not understand. Why so many? I say why? I say why so many? Ah! Sometimes your stabbings actually are successful. Not often, but it happens. And those are very strange times. View. Those heal every turn things are so tiny and minuscule. I don't know why the game even bothers with them. It's like, oh boy, I get like 5 to 15 HP a turn. That would mean something if I didn't have 500 and was regularly taking attacks that took like 150. Lord Garland, please take care. For what purpose? Apparently, a dark teleportating night. A teleportating? Okay. You are Garland, bearer of the true rune and accursed child. Ruler of hatred, master of nightmares. That doesn't sound like me at all. My servant, also unlikely. I call you forth from your dark realm to wreak havoc and destroy this boy. Oh, you're talking about something else. Fair enough. Thought you were talking about me. You should have probably enunciated that a bit better. Whoop, we've got a big old bone dragon. Alrighty then. That's certainly a thing right there. Use our runes. Yes, scream. Let's see, just making sure. That sure as all get out looks like it's the undead to me. I say we just kind of assume that it is. Stop screaming. You just keep screaming. Knock it off, I'll hit you with a stick. And a large assortment of other spells and oddities. This is but the first in a long line of attacks that are going to mess your face up. And once again, why do her attacks not affect, like, bosses? That's so confusing. That was a critical, and it only did 66 because of, like, it's like a multi-hit, but the multi-hit never works. It's very confusing. I do not understand it. Oh boy. Raining down the hellfire. Okay, wow, yeah, a lot of people very injured now. What you gonna do about Shoryukens? Booyah! Hey, you know, it didn't do too much damage, but it was still cool. And in my book, that's good enough. Alright, I'd actually really like to use this again. It did a lot of dang damage, so my reasons for bringing Nanami along have finally begun to actually pay off. And you don't have anything else, so that's unfortunate. Let's see if it decides to use another magic spell or if it decides to use its horrifying bony visage. Both seem entirely plausible. I have taken into account one possibility, even if we were blocked by a pine tree. Gotta use that power of nature and stuff, yo. Yes, I get it, scream. I'll give you something worth screaming about, you weirdo. Divine holy magic up the Azeros Mencia Inthos. I didn't say that right, but hey, that time it worked. That's confusing! This seems like a substantially good enough boss to use all of my abilities on, I feel. That's not a magic attack. Thank you for that. Okay, okay. Well, the good news is we can just keep on hammering away then. And I can't use Pale Palace. That's very unfortunate. That's okay. That's okay. Gotta make it work anyway. Keep y'all healed up. And attack like madmen's. Like crazy peoples. Come on now. Stop screaming so much! Oh my god! It's frustrating, it's annoying, and have I ever used this spell before? I don't think I have. That did no damage. Alright. That's cool and great and cool. Rah 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 rah. Why must you be this way, bony dragon monster? Okay, well, if that's certainly not gonna work, and I guess I'll try the Shining Light. That being said, continue to rain the kindness drops and what have you. If it's only going to attack one enemy at a time, one ally at a time, then we're pretty much in the clear. Hasn't even tried to use its big super fireball attack again. Very disappointing, I'll have you know. Alright, so if there's anything I have determined, it's that Wakaba is great for general enemies, but for some reason, once important enemies are something I have to fight, she immediately loses just about all base value. It's very weird. Except for that one time where the attack worked. There's far too much history to support the idea that it just doesn't. I don't care for that. I don't care for that one bit. So instead, I hit you with sticks. I'm not dealing nearly as much damage as I would like, but I'm really kind of banking on the notion that I did enough damage to be able to finish you off with the standard ones. That is the hope. That is the plan. That is the Sam. Let's see. I suppose... I mean, I'm guessing it's not as good as the other one, but it's worth a shot. Here's hoping it does at least more damage than, you know, some tonfas. It's worth a shot. This Bone Dragon's very smart to continuously go after Garland, though. Yeah, what about that? Okay, yeah, that did do more damage. Not a lot, but, you know, enough. And, yeah, there you go. Throwing a knife hard enough to go through a dragon skull. That's all it takes, apparently. Thank you and good day. And now that we've defeated you twice, maybe now we actually have control of this place again. All right, we exterminated that one. Look, the Highland soldiers are running away. My powers are getting inadequate. Garland, bearer of a true rune, you will find it is not easy to extinguish the flames of war. Okay, but why, though? We could just not fight. I mean, I really don't think people ever really put enough stock into the idea of we could just not. That is a thing. That is totally an option to us. Well done, Lord Garland. Lady Theresa, you finally came back to us. Well, you've been here the entire time, but okay. Hey, look! Lady Theresa kept a promise just like I said she would. Well, of course. Huzzah! Me and my identical... my twin brothers. We all knew this would happen. Yes! Woo! Green Hill. Lord Garland, a message from Shu. He requests you return to Button Castle as soon as possible, because something bad happened while we were doing this. Because of course something bad happened while we were doing this. We never win. I don't know what this is about, but it seems important. For now, we'll leave a unit of troops here to protect Green Hill. Lord Garland, let's return to the castle. If and I must. If and I must. Instantaneously? Yes. Alright. Kind of wish I could have taken a look around Green Hill, but alright. What happened? Lord Garland, bad news. The Matilda Knights have surrendered to Highland. Correction, what's left of the Matilda Knights surrendered to Highland. What? When we were attacking Greenhill? Yes, when we were dispatching troops to Greenhill, the Highland army invaded the Knights' domain with 2/3 of their army. As we already took, like, 2/3 of their army, you can imagine that they really weren't very well prepared for this. But Jowie, Colgan, and Seed were all there at the border with Muse when did they? The generals were just a decoy. Almost all of the soldiers headed for Matilda territory. Well, if Jowie was attacking from the other side, no wonder the game expected me to go with Victor's group. Sheesh. Leon Silverberg, the strategist, led the Highland army alone against Matilda. Gorudo was very quick to make a peace offering because he's a coward with a dumb head. Officially, the Knights will stay independent in return for helping Highland, but in effect, they've become puppets of Highland. Damn that Gorudo. Or Gorudo. Where's his pride as a knight? How can he let them rub it in their faces like that? Many dots. Garland, let's attack Muse immediately? I feel like there might be some kind of translation error here. Because Jowie is the enemy, Apple. I'm going to need you to not forget that. Most of the Highland army is still in Matilda, and even if they make it back, they'll be tired from the march. You think that's a good idea? Yes, I think it's worth a try. Why so many dots? Garland will be general, with Hauser as his lieutenant. Your strategist will be Apple, with Claus as a second-in-command. With that as your base, it should be easy to attack Muse. General Kiba and I will stay here. After all, if this place falls, the Unicorn Army will have nowhere to come back to. Apple, every lie contains truth, and every truth contains a lie. Remember that. Yes? What's that supposed to be all about? Wow, we've got a lot more dudes in this place than I thought we did. Also, this is a old version of our place. It's much more well put together than this. Interesting. Pre-rendered cutscenes, not taking into account the fact that the castle doesn't look like this anymore. How much longer is it gonna last, this war? Nah, are you sick of it? I guess so, but I've got to see it through to the end. What kind of an answer is this country going to get from them? Of course, but it's all I've got. Again, I don't know if that was translated very well, but I get the gist. We'll roll with it. Oh boy, now it's happening. Please, Lady Teresa, use this. Thank you. Whatever this is, I guess. Originally, Greenhill had almost no military force. Instead of fighting, we used hidden places like this. This is a very large house to be a hidey place, but the townspeople cooperate with us as much as they can. Lord Garland, it's going to take some time to rest the men and work on the details of our strategy. You should get some rest too. Hurrah! Let's walk around a little. Last time, the Highland soldiers were everywhere and there were places I couldn't see. Okay. No, that seems unnecessary. Luckily, you were already part of the team to begin with. Wait, is it just us? No, it's not actually. Okay, interesting. Otherwise, she would have forced herself on the team, but she wasn't prepared for the idea that she was already there. Even the game expects me to not bother having her on when I don't need her. I'm getting some real mixed messages from y'all, game. Just throwing that out there. Anyway. When the preparations are complete, we will proceed. Until then, rest. If by rest you mean run around outside like a crazy man. It can't be. It's her. Weird hair! Oh, that's not good. Garland, let's go after her. That's the one that attacked Garland. The one that attacked Garland. Yeah, that's me. Hello. Why were you speaking of me as if I were not standing next to you? Let's go, Garland. That's the one who attacked Garland. It's like, yeah. I was there. I'm assuming, yep, okay, that's what I thought. I merely turned too quickly. Damn this giant place. You stop hiding! Why are you constantly doing this nonsense? This chicanery. And, oh hey! It's you again. Jowie! Well, that would explain why they forcibly put Nanami on the team. Yeah, I guess you would have to be here. Thank you, Lady Lucia. You can go home now. Forgive me, sir, but I'd like to stay to protect you. Sorry. Jowie, why? Why are you here? I wonder if he's actually going to give us an explanation as to why we have to continue to fight. Or if he's just going to continuously be vague about it. Nanami, Garland, as your friend, I have a request. Quit as leader of the Unicorn Army and run away somewhere. Yeah, you've asked me to do that a couple times now. You've yet to tell me why I should. You see, you don't seem to understand, Jowie. From my perspective, what I'm seeing is, we took down Luca Blight, which was literally the entire reason this entire war was happening in the first place, and you just decided to keep the war going. So, you know, if you want me to understand your perspective, you're really gonna have to sort of give me information in return, you know? You can't just... Like, I don't understand. Okay, so apparently peace isn't an option. You lied about a peace treaty, so apparently we have to fight for some reason. But you've yet to give me a actual discernible reason as to why we have to fight. Why could we not have the peace treaty? Why does the war have to keep going? And why do I need to leave and just let you win? Am I going to get an answer to that? Yes, I understand that much, and I appreciate it and everything, but that doesn't really answer anything. I mean, you're not giving me answers. I'm going to continue to never give you answers. Why? Why must you fight? I know, I've got it. Jowie can leave Highland. He's kind of the friggin' king right now. I don't think he can do that. Okay, yeah, I can't do that. And that's still an explanation. I see. So that's how it is. Just that I can't turn back for some reason. You can't turn back either. But people have put their expectations in me. Am I led to believe that that's the same case for you? People put their expectations on you as a figurehead, and you feel the need to continue forward? Because I'm just going to be completely honest with you, Joey. I also don't know how much water that's really going to carry. Your side is the one that's randomly attacking and ransacking places. Yours, the side, is the one that's murdering people. I'm trying to stop you from doing the murdering. Whether or not it's directly your call or not is kind of besides the point. The fact of the matter is, your side is the one that's doing the bad stuff. Do you have a specific reason for doing the bad stuff? Because again, if you do, that would be a real hamdinger of a time to tell me. Too much time has passed. Neither of us can go back to the way things were. See, again, I fail to see how that's actually true. And why are you King of Highland? Why was that part of your thing? I don't understand. So you can, yeah, you're the king. You can just stop the war, take your troops out of Muse. Ta-da! That'll solve it. That won't work, Nanami. And the reason it won't work is because... Because we have runes? Wah, 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 wah. Okay, I'm not sure why you made a Yoshi noise. Garland, ever since we got these runes on our hands, we were destined to fight each other. I fail to see how or why you think that. But even if that's our destiny, I'd still like to think that we each gain something from this. You realize you're talking complete and utter nonsense, right? Because that's what you're doing. As King of Highland, I'm going to fight to bring a new order to this land. By killing people. Because you've killed a lot of people. Okay, so you really have no intention in explaining your actions or what exactly you hope to accomplish. So I just kind of have to assume you're just evil now? I mean, that doesn't... I'm sure he has a reason. I just wish he would actually explain it to people that he apparently still considered friends. It's very confusing. To protect the king, I can't let you pass here. That's so dumb. That's so dumb! Why won't you just explain what you're doing? There's nothing stopping us from working together. Why does there need to be a war? It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, I friggin' guess. Not really much else for us to do around these parts. Ugh, talk about confusing. Alright, well, I suppose that's pretty much that. I wonder if that classifies as rest. I personally don't think that it does, but, I guess it's worth a shot and take a gander. Like, yes, hello. Are we at war again? Preparations are complete, we can leave any time. Okay. Off we go, I suppose. Many dots. So many dots. Nanami would really rather not. I see it! It's Muse! Feels like years since I've been here. Sorry, I thought there was more to that sentence and there wasn't, so it just kind of dragged, it just kind of lingered for a second there, my bad. It's strange that we haven't met any enemy resistance yet. Don't drop your guard. I'm counting on you, Lady Lucia. For now. My king, by my word, we shall cleanse ourselves of the stain of defeat. I feel like that is incredibly unlikely. Remember, I'm sorry, everyone listen, remember your oath as warriors. Our survival as a tribe depends on this. Attack in the name of the Karya! We mustn't lose. They're gonna lose. I am sorry to be the one to have to tell you this, but y'all gonna lose. And it's gonna be a rather intense experience. Of this, I assure. I mean, if nothing else, I've just got more dudes. I just have more dudes that are prepared to do the fighting and the attacking. I fail to see how this is going to end well for you. It's nice to actually be, you know, in fights that I'm actually expected to be able to win. Even if I do not understand the concept of how these things work. Doesn't seem like stat numbers have anything to do with anything. Because even when my numbers are higher, I don't seem any more likely to be able to do anything. It's all very confusing. I don't care for it! Now watch, as nothing is accomplished! Taking down one opponent is essentially nothing. More arrows! And another single enemy has been taken down. This was definitely a worthwhile experience, I assure you. And that one didn't even hit anybody. All right. Stupendous. All right. All that accomplished was us losing a guy. Unfortunate. Move you out of the way so we can move your arrows a little bit closer. Magic seems relatively handy-dandy. Okay, there we go. That's some damage. That's some damage. Now we're making something resembling some progress. Ever so slightly. Nope, never mind. Speak of the devil. We've somehow managed to just fly by everybody, and nothing happened. I don't know how that many people can swing that many weapons and have absolutely nothing happen. It's a very confusing state of affairs. I do like it when the enemies attack me and they end up regretting it. It's a nice change of pace. I'm very much used to that being the case for me. And Jakku! Again, you took down a single one of our dudes. Unfortunate, but ultimately not really worth bragging about. Oh hey, the arrows, they succeeded! I think. They did! Alright. Fine by me. More arrows! Yep, there you go. Things are, in fact, actually going rather well. It's a very strange state of affairs. I'm not used to that. I look forward to something horrible happening for reasons I do not actually have an explanation for. Usually in the middle of these things, something horrible happens. I don't know. So, oh no, a sudden landslide. We're all dead. I don't know. And we just played Exchange a Soldier. You lost one, we lost one. And that's about it. But how about now? Alright, yeah, that's a pretty fair trade. I mean, I say fair trade, but, you know, lives are being lost. So, not really a thing. It's not really a thing in this type of situation, but, you know. Lord Jowie, preparations are complete. We can withdraw any time. Excusez-moi? Not yet. Give the signal for Lady Lucia's company to retreat. Let's not lose our chance for victory. The Frontier People's Army will strike first, if we can earn some time. Hurry, give the signal! To achieve ultimate victory, we must not sacrifice large gains for small ones. Lady Lucia understands this. So she's willing to throw her life away for whatever reason that you gave, that you choose not to give to us. That's cool, I guess. You're right, let's withdraw. How much of you is withdrawing? Oh, the majority. Gotcha. I know, it's enough if we can buy some time. Interesting. Once I foolishly thought you only a pretty face, but now I see you have the strength of your father. I'll follow you anywhere and die in an incredibly pointless conflict that had absolutely no reason to happen. I fail to see the honor or admirability in that. I guess I fail to understand your ways. I suppose that's more than likely my bad. Perhaps I'm just ignorant of certain factors that would have that make sense. But, simply as is, that doesn't seem like a very amazing thing to take pride in. It's like, yeah, let's all be extraordinarily proud and excited to be cannon fodder. Like, that's basically what you are, you realize that, right? You're being treated as basically a nameless horde to waste time so that people that actually can matter can get away, and you're all totally cool with that, and in fact, find it admirable. Okay. Hey, to each their own, I guess. If it helps you do what you're doing, then I guess it can't be all bad. But I shall remain very confused. Slowly, very, 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 very slowly, we are chipping away at your defenses. Eventually, one of our arrows will get extraordinarily lucky and take out like 3 of your dudes. And then once that many of your dudes has been defeated, there will be nothing left for you to accomplish. Why do some of these shoot so many more arrows than others? That's so confusing. We're chipping away! One by one, you fall! I mean, I guess we just kind of knock out one enemy at each time, and eventually they'll run out. I mean, chances are they're going to run out before we do at the exchange rate we're working with here. I mean, I guess it's possible we could just get a whole bunch of those. I'm not gonna say that's not possible. Let's just do ourselves some magics. All right. Well, take it. Just keep shooting arrows, I suppose. I wonder how long this is actually going to take. Ah, I think we finally got him! Okay, there we go. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Lucia, but wouldn't you and all of your people dying kind of put the whole kibosh on the, future of Karia? Lady Lucia, we'll take care of this. You must flee! I mean, there's no one left to take care of this. You just done lost. You done just straight up made a big old loss. I do not understand. They ran away with their legs tucked between their legs. No, they very clearly made a strategic withdrawal. Also, the music is ominous, so... Is that right? Something seems odd. I think you might be right. You're the worrying type too, huh, Klaus? ... I guess everyone's worried. Good times. Well, let's enter Muse and take a look. Be careful. There might be still some Highland soldiers lurking around. In fact, I would count on it. I know. Alright, well, if that's the case, let's assume there's going to be a boss in there. In which case, Wakaba, sorry, but you have a hard time fighting bosses. So we'll just make sure everything's working out okay. And theoretically, we should be okay. Lord Garland, please choose your remaining party members. I think we're okay. I'm relatively comfortable with this.